who better to reflect on the life of Sir Terry than his loyal supporters, his Togs. That's Terry's old geezers and girls.
Kevin Jocelyn, who is Chief Tog, is here now. We're also joined by one of his oldest friends and colleagues, Michael Ball, who is here alongside actress Joanna Lumley. Welcome to all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming in today. Joanna, who was he to you?
He was extraordinary because I think I met him first coming back from one of the late shows in Ireland, flying back after a Gay Byrne show. And he seemed dazzling and funny and witty and so dry and droll, and his humour was in the style of Flann O'Brien, Miles Nagoppany, and the great Irish raconteurs who were boiling with knowledge, but very sort of extraordinary in the words they pick and their view on the world. Terry kept that going. Then I was alongside him on the Children in Need right at the very beginning.
He was a touchstone in your career.
Absolutely. I think the first television, certainly the first television I sang live on, was the Wogan show, doing Love Changes Everything. We were about to open the show. Throughout my career, we used to, you know, you'd go on and you'd talk about things that were coming up. But the way I really got to know him was by chance. His debenture seats at Twickenham for the rugby were right behind mine and my dad's.
How fantastic.
So he would turn up with the cigars, we'd turn up with the brandy and Benedictine, the B&Bs in a little flask, and you'd pour us out of the rugby afterwards, smelling of cigars and drinking brandy and Benedictine.
It sounds fantastic.
One of the great thing is, I think when I was watching on the news yesterday, these footage that you don't want to see of his last show and last words on the radio when he was doing his morning show. Thank you for being my friend, which was so touching. And the Togs were created out of that adoration of him on the radio.
Yeah, it was an interesting phenomenon to behold, really. There had been sort of informal groups of people previously who'd sort of associated with Terry and turned up at the studio and things. But I suppose it was really when the Togs took off, which was at the end of the 1990s, really, when we got the website together and started having conventions. That's when it really became a force to be reckoned with. He's exactly as you would imagine him to be. He's every bit as kind and generous with his time and generous-spirited as you think he'd be likely to be. He's just, you know, like the favourite uncle you wish you had.
Yes, a lot of people saying that. I saw a comment down here this morning, and probably won't be able to find it immediately, but someone said exactly the same. Oh, it's Melissa, there it is. I feel like I've lost my favourite uncle, made me laugh so many times. John Cleese's tweet is...
Yeah, John Cleese, yesterday, I love this. He says, I remember one morning driving to work, and at a red light, I looked around and all the other drivers were laughing. Terry was on the radio.
Yeah, so
you forget
so
as well
true,
how important he was in breaking artists. We wouldn't have heard of Eva Cassidy if it hadn't been for him. And then the whole thing with Dallas.
Yes.
When he got behind, and he made it the biggest show.
Who shot JR?
It got onto the news.
Dwarf.
It was in Parliament, and that's because he started that campaign.